Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today I'm going to be discussing the LPL slate tonight for League of Legends. This slate locks at 1 a.m. tomorrow, Thursday morning. Um, and so right now we do have the lineups out, and with that, let's get into the preview. So the first matchup is Anyone's Legend taking on Rare Atom. Anyone's Legend has won 2 straight games and seems to be on the up and up, whereas RA has lost 2 in a row and is only 2-7 on the split. Anyone's Legend is the favorite here, as they should be. Um, this team has been led by Shanks in the mid lane, with Hope doing doing what he does in the bot lane. It's been a great addition for Croco as he moved from the LCK over to the LPL, and he is really helping this team. He has solidified that jungle role that they needed, as that was one of their issues that they had. Um, for RA, if they are going to have a chance in this game, they gotta get the top lane ahead in Zhaozhu. He seems to be their other carry on this team outside of Vikla and Asum, and he should have an easier matchup tonight against Harry, who has really struggled in the top lane. Um, if we look at his sort of game log, he's averaging probably 5 or more deaths a game and hasn't necessarily been the greatest laner. So that is a matchup that RA can take advantage of in the top lane. uh, Assume has been playing okay, but really it's been the Vikla show. And with him and Shanks tonight, that's going to be a premier matchup. And so I'm sure they will be, trying to pick whatever champions they can to go against each other. So with that, I'm pretty sure AL wins 2-0 here. I don't really see Rare Atom standing a chance. If AL were to get a win here, that puts them at 2, 1, 2. It'd be 8-3, which is, going to be top 4, top 6 in the LPL, which is very important for them. They have won 6 of their last 7 matches and are showing why they are a team to be reckoned with in the LPL this split. So with that, we'll move on to the second matchup, which is JDG taking on Ultra Prime. JDG is on a 3-match win streak and is 7-1 overall, while Ultra Prime has struggled this split, losing their last match against LNG, and is 2-8, 2-7 on the split. One thing to note here is that Flandre has been removed from the starting lineup, and Sheer will be starting tonight and making his LPL debut. So that is something to take note of. Just because he does have a $200 difference than Flandre, but also that has been a portion of the map that JDG has struggled on, and they're looking for something new. So I expect either to get them or to get him involved tonight, they'll probably play towards him, or they will kind of let him do his own thing up there. So, but I think they might shade Kanavi over towards the top lane just to kind of help him out with his first game. With Ultra Prime, I don't expect them to win a game here and JDG is just um, too much of a better team to really stand a chance. Um, for Ultra Prime, there really isn't a lane that they can take advantage of. I would say the only one would be the top lane, but Decade isn't great either. So with no advantages in any of the lanes, I don't necessarily see them standing a chance or putting up that much of a fight. And I think Ruler and JDG win pretty handily here. It's interesting to look at their prices. Ruler is priced up, but Yagao's only 11-1 and Kanavi's only 10-5. And I feel like on this slate, they I don't know. I feel like it's a little cheap for them. So I think they're going to be heavily owned tonight, as you know, for good reason. Um, so we'll have to see kind of what ownership looks like for them. But with that, we'll move on to Weibo versus NIP. NIP is coming off a loss to Anyone's Legend and has lost two in a row. Um, I am a little concerned for them as they have been struggling. However, Weibo has been struggling even more, losing three straight and four of their last five. Yeah, this is Weibo is not going to make playoffs. It's kind of sad to say because they were the runner-up in the World Final last year. I think this meta just doesn't fit their play style, and you know they haven't shown anything as a team that has you know shown that they're even worth taking a chance on in like lineups or just even to trust them on the Rift. It's their gameplay's been so terrible, and I'm not sure if it's just expectations are so high for them or what's going on, but they are not playing well. Um, I think NIP bounced back here. One of the things I had noticed um, is they struggle with um, aggressive junglers. And so, like FPX, Milky Way put on a show. Kroko has a ton of experience. And then you got Kanavi for JDG, who has been a master in the jungle. And that's their three losses for NIP. So I think Aki is kind of their one what's the word I want to use? Their one weak link where they can get taken advantage of if he gets behind. Um, but I don't think that should happen here, considering Weibo has really struggled. Um, I think some of these prices for NIP are palatable. I just don't know in this matchup if they, um, outperform their salary or put up enough fantasy points comparative to the first two games. Because JDG is facing Ultra Prime, who is one of the worst teams in the league, while Anyone's Legend is facing Rare Adam, who is also one of the worst teams in the league. Now, Weibo has been not a great team this year, but they are more. What's the word I want to use? They are. I mean, they're better than RA and Ultra Prime, but they don't have the deficiencies that those two teams do. They're more of a team. There's more trust that they will be able to make plays and keep the game competitive, or at least within arm's reach, whereas the first two with Rare Atom and Ultra Prime, it seems as if once they're behind, it's snowballed and game is over. There's no way of coming back. So that's where I feel like Weibo can kind of hold NIP in check a bit, because their laning is better than Ultra Prime and Rare Atom. Their objective, um, like getting objectives is better than the other two, just long term. And so that's kind of where I think the other two games provide more of a fantasy upside, if that makes sense. But I do think when NIP wins, they like win big usually. And so this could be a spot where maybe they're under owned, and could be a great leverage on the field. But with 3 games slate, two of the games you should know who wins with the favorites in AL and JDG. And obviously this last one is more of a pick'em, but I would say NIP is the overwhelming favorite, even though they have lost 2 in a row and have a better record than Weibo. So, but I do think this game could go to a third decider, which at that point, if it does, then Weibo could obviously win. But my prediction is 2-1 NIP, and then the other two, AL 2-0, JDG 2-0. Personally, when I rank these teams, I would go Anyone's Legend first, JDG second, third NIP, fourth Weibo, fifth Rare Atom, and then sixth Ultra Prime. With that, thank you guys for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe to the channel. With that, I will have a couple more articles up on my Patreon discussing today's slate. If you're interested, the link is in the video, or you can check my channel. It should be linked there as well. With that, thanks again, and have a good rest of your day.